So, welcome everybody. I'm going live. So, I'm going to work on some art here. I'm having some TV with me right now. Okay. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Oh no. I'm trying to do something on Discord here. Okay, seems like I can't do that. Okay. Okay, then let's open this here. First start with some first layer. I'll work on the second layer. It's a bit how we work most of the time. I don't know what bar is. There. Having this bar up is kinda a necessity, I think. I'm just thinking about something. Okay. So let's look where's everything. I need to be able to see the chat. Oh, okay, I'm at max layers. Oops. That was my intent. merging of all those layers to free up some space, it seems, which is nice. I guess I really needed to have more. Hello, my name is Legion, for I am many. And why do I say this now? Because, in contrary to popular opinions, and I stretch the word opinions, we are not one organism. We are multiple. We exist out of many, many bacteria cells, of which we can't live out. For any human cell, we have 1.3 bacteria cells, and they are very useful for digesting and food sugars. This is one of the reasons why eating healthy makes it easier to keep eating healthy. Because if you have a lot of bacteria in your gut that rely on trash, then you will crave more trash. But if you have bacteria in your body, in their body, then one craves more healthier food. So when people say they are craving junk, what I really say, I have eaten the majority of my past years, decades, but I just eating crap, and that's why my body is used to eating crap, and that's why I currently have some trouble not eating crab. That's what you're basically saying. I'm not sure if that sounds hard. But that is how I see it. Also, another thing. That's people often don't realize is that, for example, you have bacteria in your body that's, I was saying, produce a lot of vitamins and minerals. One thing, for example, your bacteria in your gut and intestines that produce vitamin K and other ones. Like cyanide, bacteria, Cousin bacteria. This is related to cyanobacteria, but they are evolved to live in the dark and not rely on photosynthesis, and instead they digest fiber. So everybody say that we don't digest fiber. That's technically correct, but not completely. And also, if you eat more plants, if you eat more fiber, you have more of those bacteria in your gut. Why? Because you only find more bacteria in fiber. And that's what they eat. That's what they eat. If you do, like I was saying before, if you have a lot of bad bacteria, it is a sign that you have eaten a lot of shit. If you have a lot of bacteria that rely on fruits and vegetables, then your body will crave more fruits and vegetables. And it doesn't really have to take that long for your body to start changing. Sorry, somebody is YouTube. Something saying YouTube on Discord. Need to find a response that I want to say. I did not spend. But yeah, like I was saying, it's far more rational and far more accurate to identify us legion than us individual, because we are basically all legions. It is just an optional illusion of our consciousness and of our current capitalistic system to assume that we are just individuals, but we are not. We are all plural. Basically, that's actually the most logical way to see is that we are all plural. We are not individuals. No species, no thing in existence is an island on its own. So that's why I identify with plural pronouns. Sometimes. if I feel like it. That sounds a bit weird, but remember always this. There's always the saying that everything neutral start into a passage of acceptance. First it is mocked and ridiculed, then it's abundantly repassed, and then it is accepted as self-evident. I mean, not historically, based on human evolution. We are still having a majority of our history. People believe the Earth was flat. Understanding history, this was just yesterday. And I don't say that in the past not all people did believe the Earth was flat, but it was more common than today. I mean, not even that long ago, people were thinking that humans were carnivores. Or that we need to eat a lot of meat. Hey! The Earth is flat. How are you doing? I am just... My voice is echo? That's strange. Is it lots of echo? I guess I'm echo. I guess I'm echo today. I don't know where it comes from. But I'm echo. I'm the echo of somebody's memory. So I was talking about that I think that it is more rational and more scientific to consider ourselves to be plural. That's what I was talking about. So my reason behind that was that we have far more bacteria cells than human cells, and here a double or triple. Oh, I have no clue what it is causing, but it's funny that you hear me multiple times. Let me look if there's something in OBS. Okay. So, it's cool little echo here. Can't sleep back. Okay. Oh! There's no echo anymore? Oh, I guess in OBS I was having a second stream open of the sound. Do you want to echo back? Should I put the echo back up? But yeah, I was talking about that. No. Yeah, long shot. Okay. So I was talking about that. It's more logically consider ourselves a legion, basically, because we are existing out of. If you're an average person of around 70 kilograms, you're basically existing out of some 40 trillion bacteria and 30 trillion human cells. So that's a ratio of around 1.2 3. Yeah, 1 per 3 bacteria cells from 1 human cell. So we are basically existing out of multiple little microorganisms that work together, and that collective is us. So in other words, without us, we cannot survive. So I think we should acknowledge our pluralism. I think that is funny. I was just thinking about going to identify as plural. So then I am many, and many are me. So, for example, we have melanic bacteria in our guts, and they are producing a lot of vitamins and minerals. But for example, many vitamins from the B vitamin family, like vitamins B6, vitamin A, and other vitamins. And bacteria only live mostly in animals that eat primarily plants, and they eat fiber. They are related to cyanobacteria, but they evolved to, instead of doing photosynthesis, they're evolved to live on fiber. So that's one of the things they eat, and if you have more fiber in your diet, you have more of those little guys, giving you vitamin K and other vitamins and some vitamin B. So, did you know that? I think it is kind of cool. Most people don't know much, I think, about this kind of stuff, but I find it very intriguing. Yeah, so we are basically a symbiont. That's what we are. We call ourselves individuals, but we are basically symbionts. We call ourselves individuals because it's part of our capitalistic identity branding. We like to see ourselves as an island on its own. Well, we are actually a collective, with like many things in nature. We are our own little biosystem. If we need to, so if we are eating more healthy plants, and we have more bacteria in our gut, that's also let us crave more healthier stuff. If we eat a lot of junk, then our bodies are going to crave more junk, because it's have a lot more bacteria that wants to eat junk. So if we are, that's how easily influenced our bodies are to our external influences, or internal influences even. Biology is kind of complicated. Sometimes. Some of us have those, and some of us don't have benefits. Some of us have those, some. Yeah, and that depends on what you eat. If, like I was saying, people that eat a lot of junk crave a lot of junk because they are have a lot of bacteria in themselves that crave junk, and it is a virtuous cycle. You eat a lot of junk, you have more bacteria that want you to eat junk, because they sustain themselves on junk, then it becomes harder. I'm not. No, I mean us. I mean, was kidding with my own condition. Oh, yeah. I was trying to. I was going a bit into the whole epigenetics thing, which is a kind of quite new form of looking at stuff, which looks at external instead of just mere genetic influences. Just because somebody has DNA that makes them more likely to get something doesn't necessarily mean they get this, and that can be because of their diet or because of their lifestyle, the environment they live in. For example, if you have a slightly higher chance of getting cancer, doesn't mean you get cancer. If you're living in an environment and eat stuff that is fighting cancer, then the chance of you getting cancer is significantly lowered. That's what we're finding out now a little bit more with this new field, this relatively new field of epigenetics. There's also a lot of other stuff. But yeah, I really find this kind of small little thingies kinda amazing. Interesting. For example, what I was saying with the bacteria, so I find biology kind of interesting. It's sometimes a bit gross too. I mean, some part of biology is really, really gross. Now I say really gross, I mean really, really gross. But some of the stuff is really interesting. And I guess a lot of stuff is there's a lot of stuff gross in as well. So I mean, the kind of subject that I want to talk about anymore. So I was talking about cyanobacteria, why I think we are should be rethinking our concept of being an individual. Instead of being an individual, we are a collective. Like many things in nature, the concept of being an individual is just a concept created by capitalism to divide and conquer. That's my opinion. Maybe some of the you can ask me also some questions. So for example, yeah, one of the first times I did hear about this concept of being a symbiote instead of an individual was actually from one person I consider to be a friend, even though I've never met them in real life. Captain Paul Watson from Sea Shepherds. But I got once a happy birthday message on Facebook from Paul Watson. Like in nature, for example, a lot of this is a concept that comes from biology. In nature, there's a lot of different kinds of animals that work together. We call it symbiosis. There are animals that live in harmony with each other. So, for example, with the pistol shrimp and the goby fish, the pistol shrimp is blind. And he uses the goby fish as a kind of scavenger, like a person that is looking around the surroundings, looking for potential threats. I think that's the word in English for it. Together they survive in that way. You also have olive baboons in Africa, and they are also working and living in the kind of symbiose with some other animals, like but not limited to some kind of birds also that serve in the savannas. I really find the concept of symbiosis fascinating. I think capitalism actually with intention tries to hide symbiosis in nature to make itself look more superior. Well, they can exploit everybody, because then if they can make the delusion that nature's only cruel and brutal, then I can say stuff like nature's cruel and brutal, so why should we try to become better? Even though it's a kind of weak excuse, but it's often used by oppressors. And the mindset that we live in a dog-eat-dog world, it's everybody for their own, it's individualism at his extreme. And yeah, there's of course some bad stuff in nature, but it is not all claws and teeth and brutal and killing and survival of the fittest, and so there is also a lot of cute stuff and harmony and coexistence. Jane Goodall, for example, also have made a lot of books about that. Let's drink some water. So one of the things that I personally also think is very interesting is that we think we are smart. But what do we consider to be smart? A real question. What is what we call smart? What is it? Is it manipulation? Is it coexistence? What do we consider to be smart? Is it the ability to make others listen to us? To use others? That sounds kind of manipulative. Is what we consider intelligence nothing more than deception? And are there more forms of intelligence that we conveniently ignore? What do you think, Al? Just some questions I wanted to ask you. Now on other topic. What is morality? Is it something arbitrary? Is it something that you can define? Is it something consistent? Needs morality to be consistent? I personally think morality should be consistent. If injustice is anywhere a problem, analyze when and why it's problematic. Does it harm? Is it unnecessary to harm? What if you are the victim of this kind of crime? Are you still then for this? What if you getting harmed in the process? For example, you have been captured by some slavers in the medieval times. You're sold to some royal lord. Is this moral? Yeah? No? Why? Okay, let me try to think about it in another situation. Some animals are trapped. Some non-human animals are trapped. They are sold, taken away from their family, from their tribes, from their flocks, how we want to describe their family lines, their family connections, whatever word we choose. Is this okay? Is trafficking animals okay? I don't think. I think taking somebody and kidnapping them and placing them to other areas is not okay. Because I watch stuff from, at least I try to watch stuff from the victim point of view. Are my actions harming somebody? Is it necessary? Or is it just selfish ego? Is it maleficent, disguised as compassion? Or apathy, disguised as giving and reason? Or logic, but not real logic, more like unwilling to take a side? But if those things that I was talking are normalized in your culture, are they now one and a sudden okay? If I was born in a family of mafioso, is the mafia way of life normal, necessarily, and good? What if you were in this position of this mafioso? Are you, up to this point, considered moral, justifiable, and good because your family did it for centuries? Yeah or no? That's my question. If so, what if you're the victim of this kind of cruelty? What if you're a victim of this mafioso family? If you place yourself in the victim's position, can you honestly justify this? No? Yeah? What is your conclusion? For me, myself, like I said before, I try to place myself in the victim's point of view, which means that I don't think the mafia way of life is okay, even if I was raised in this society. I will reject it because, unlike what I guess most people do based on psychological studies, like the third wave experiment, for example, I personally don't think that society is always the best correlation for morals. Sometimes you need to look in yourself, think about actions, and then reflect on them, dissect them, and then place yourself in both sides of the situation. Is it necessarily? Is it moral? What is moral? Like I was saying, I believe morality can only come from one source: compassion. Compassion is the fundamental of morality. Without compassion, the ability to place yourself into the position of some others. With other words, morality means, compassion means placing yourself in other situation and then knowing the suffering. Compassion is partly rational and partly emotional. It comes from the Platinum rule. Some people are more happy with certain treatments and others with other treatments. The compassionate person tries to find out what is the best for the parties, instead of blindly assessing that just because they don't like to be told what to do, does it mean that anybody else thinks the same about stuff. And some people maybe find it more easy to follow orders. And then the compassionate person is going to ask why this is. And maybe they are abused. Then they try to help this person come over to their abuse. I believe personally that people that want to be told what to do often have low self-esteem. And they get their self-esteem from the approval of others. If that makes sense. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, if animals are not slaves, what are they? Free? Can they walk around, choose their life, decide how to act, decide how they want to have children right now? They are force breed into existence. Some of them are genetically modified to grow faster and more fat. Also, they basically are treated like objects instead of beings. Why? Because it's easier to exploit some other if you first turn them into an object. Dehumanize these. Animize. The anima. Anima means life. Commodify. What kind of word you want to use for it? It's all on you. Oh, there's coming an ad soon. There's coming an ad in around 3 minutes, to be precise. I'm not sure what the ad will be. hope it's not something annoying. Oh, that's interesting. So a friend of me that is organizing in California on Saturday an animal rights event in San Francisco. So I'm going to post it here in my stream. I think, yeah. And anybody that is wanting to check it out. Okay, that's it. Need to share that around more after I finish my stream. I think it is really interesting. So National Animal Rights Day. Oh, sorry, I was getting distracted because of my friends posting something to me on Discord about the animal rights event, National Animal Rights Day in California, San Francisco. I'm not sure where San Francisco actually is on the map. Los Angeles. Okay, I see. This will be so much work if it is finished. Also, like, look here. How far is stream? I think it is now 1 hour and 4 minutes. I have been yapping quite a lot. Yeah, I really need to drink more water. I was not really good drinking water today. Everybody, drink enough water. Don't be stupid like me and drink enough water. I tell you. Hmm. But yeah, one of the reasons I have my moral system like I have is because I don't believe in moral ambiguity, and I think if you're morally grey, you can't complain when others are fucking you over. Because you do the same with others. So you can't blame others for oppressing you when you're oppressing others. It's the game you play. Only when people are playing open game, there will be a future where we can have all what we need. I mean, where do you think all the other forms of discrimination are, apart from racism and sexism, come from? Everything has this root. I'm not sure if you ever have thought about it. But what do we call people we don't like? How are we demonizing them? How are we doing this? We compare them to animals because we already demonized animals to such a degree that they don't even count as living beings. That don't matter at all. According to human-centric logic, they are just things, a means to an end, something to exploit. Something I disagree with, by the way. But it is often the popular view in many societies that animals are nothing more than tools to be used, exploited. For convenience of the masterclass, in this case humans. When it comes to other animals, when it comes to other humans, humans are animals. If you want to believe it or not, we are also animals. We have an over-exaggerated feeling of self-importance, and we are constantly delusional. But we are animals. Don't forget me wrong. I wish humans were not animals. Because that makes stuff quite easier for me, because then I don't need to care about humans. It's a matter of consistency. Because then I can say humans are oppressors, human equal oppressor. And then I can just use this as a way to justify not giving a fuck about any human. Because we are the oppressors class. And I know nearly nobody see themselves like an oppressor. Do you think Hitler did see himself as an oppressor? Or do you think he justified his evil behavior against the Jews as necessary? Therefore, sometimes we need to formally assess our actions. Instead of blindly believing our own deception that we are good, sometimes we need to ask the question, are we good? Are we out of line? Are we fucked up? Have you failed the moral test? Are we greedy? Are we parasitic? Are we a leech? Are we a plague? Do we even deserve to live? Can we do better? Can we do better? I think one thing we can try is going vegan. Going vegan doesn't require to basically give up most of the stuff. The only thing you give up the stuff that you didn't even deserve to have in the first place. The right over somebody else's body. The decision to choose death. Over some living being that have never harmed you ever in the world. I ask you again, what makes you think it is justifiable, moral, ethical, to treat living beings who have never harmed anybody in their whole life like near an inanimate object? Like their life don't matter at all. Like they're nothing more than some bag of chips for your short moments of satisfaction. We don't even treat mass murderers as bad as we treat the animals. How heartless, how far removed of an ethical species are we when we treat living sentient beings that have never harmed anybody in their whole entire life. Worse than we treat the most despicable and horrible, unforgivable monsters of our own species. What kind of psychopath thinks the victim is less important than the victimizer? What kind of sicko thinks the oppressed are less valuable than the oppressor? Which person is going to root for Hitler? I mean, that's basically what we do. I don't really believe in being kind to oppressors. I think we need to expose them and their cruelty. I think we need to show them mirrors. I like Malcolm X's approach. He did call people by what they are. He called the slave masters in the United States, he called them white. There he called them white, blue-eyed, blonde devils. I guess that was to their slave masters. That were slave masters to their slaves. And if this viewpoint is controversial to you, I bet you have never watched something from the victim's point of view. And if you are not look stuff from the victim's point of view, it becomes freaking fucking easy to justify the most disgusting kind of horrors. From rape to mass murder, from child molestation, and far more horrible, disgusting, unforgivable shit. But if you are the victim, or you place yourself in the position of the victim, things look a lot different from that point of view. And yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself, humanity, because I am neurodivergent. I have problems with social interaction. And people sometimes claim that people like me have lacking of empathy. But I can even see that what we do is totally devoid of empathy to the animals. We are monsters. If animals ever created an organized religion, I dare to say with my whole soul, with my whole essence, that they will place the animals, and that they will place humans in the place of the devil. They will portray the devil in human shape. And that's not me being overly dramatic. That's the truth. We steal their children. We turn them into commodities. We make clothes out of them. We make soap out of them. Did you know the Nazis did make soap out of the Jews? They also make lamp caps from the tattoos of the Jews. The Witch of Buckelwood did that, for example. Because if you dehumanize, if you de-animize some living being and turn them into an inanimate object, and convince yourself that there's nothing wrong with horrible stuff like this, you can do literally everything. You can turn them into clothes, entertainment, and tools like liquor. Because what does it matter? They are things. They're not like you. You know how Hitler's ideology was? Is this Aryan supremacy, his Aryan his racism against non-Aryans? Racism has its origin. And if you ask me, this origin started with people like, but not limited to, Aristotle, one of the first historically documented slave master philosophers, and his hierarchy of beings. I don't know if you maybe have heard about it from philosophy class. But basically, he did say that basically man was closer to the gods because logic was closer to meals, and he believed that women were closer to nature, and nature is evil, violent, cruel, and the opposite of the gods. Just the domain of demons and monsters, according to the old Greeks. I totally disagree. I believe there's, of course, a lot of bad stuff in nature, but there's also a lot of good stuff. It's far more nuanced than nature bad, humans good. Blah blah blah. Oh? Did the art fight started again? Seen multiple concerned art. Oh. Is art fight already started? Let's go to the website. Art fights. I've been so much not. Okay, it seems to be not yet started. It's in June. I was thinking about doing art fight again. And how to Conti lay out your workspace. start becoming a bit late. Maybe I'm going to look for somebody to raid. I don't want to go to sleep too late, and I know I was a bit late today, but no, I don't think I want to raid somebody. And not today. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm going to stop my stream now and go to show everything how it looks right now. Going to work tomorrow on the tail a little bit more, I think. I also need to do a lot of work here on the scalies. And then I need to make here some more scalies. So lots of work still to do. Okay then. I love you all. Bring your friends to next time with you. I say until next time, everybody. Take care, drink enough water. Don't drink stuff that does not belong to you. The only milk that is made for humans is the milk that was for your own mom. Not your mom, not your right to drink her milk. Milk is not for humans, milk is for baby cows. You're not the baby cow, so don't drink the breast milk of a baby cow. Okay.